Here's a question I get asked sometimes. What were the consequences of writing a book? Nothing happens in isolation. There are always consequences to everything that we do. If I had known, if I had had even an inkling of an idea of what would happen for me having written a book, I would have never done it. I would have never had the courage, or at least believed that I had the courage, to deal with the consequences of writing, particularly a memoir about my family. It'd be one thing if I had written a novel in which none of my family members were portrayed fictitiously, but that wasn't the case. I had written about my life, my family, and there were consequences, challenging, difficult, painful consequences. In hindsight, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It pushed me right to the edge. I had to confront myself, never mind my family. I had to confront me. I had to look deep, deep within myself and find the truth. Find out where I was lying to myself. I had written a book. I had said thousands and thousands of words that were going to be published. I had to be responsible for those words. I had to stand by them. I would stand by them. And that was vitally important to me, to make sure that I did not say anything that I couldn't live with for the rest of my life. Because I must. I've written them. I've published them. Being truthful became the primary objective. And the consequences of having told the truth and been scrupulous and impeccable in the way that I wrote about my family has served me over and over in all the conflict and all the stress and the family problems that arose and were eventually resolved. Learning to tell the truth about myself was the most valuable consequence I gained from writing a book in the first place. There are always consequences, whether we can see them or not. And I am profoundly grateful for the ripple effect that this book that I have written has had on my own personal life.